Good morning, folks. How are you? Hold on just a minute. I'm getting ready. I'll be ready in just a second. I tried to turn the volume down on this phone. I don't know. Here it goes. All right. I don't want all the noise coming up while we're on the show. Good Monday morning. Good Monday morning. Welcome. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We are the only ones that attempt this online in the morning. We are the only ones that attempt a lot of things. I mean, we really do. We're out there. We're just out there. Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. If you would like to text the show, go ahead and put all our information up. Let me go over a couple of the questions I have for you this morning. We're going to talk about the memo. Just relax, folks. I know the other side is calling it a nothing burger. I know the other side, they are laughing at it. Morning Joe, MSNBC, CNN, they are laughing at the memo. I know how they are trying to paint Devin Nunes. We know that. Okay, we're going to go into that. Okay, going into that, I promise. All right? If you would like to contact the show, it's 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700. Sam, I think my glasses are at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. We need to get with JR and see if I left my glasses up there. I need my near and fars.
You had them after that.
No, these are the computer glasses, and these are the far away.
You had them Friday night at the basketball game, Brian.
Oh.
You didn't have them Saturday morning, but you had them Friday night at the game.
Well, that puts a whole new twist on things. Okay. So anyhow, put the information back up. I didn't tell you to take the information down. Did I tell you to take the information down? All right. Anyhow, let me get back to this. 706, by the way, good morning, Amanda. 706-889-9700. That's how you text the show. You can send us an email, chief@fetchernews.com. You can find us on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV. Now don't take the information down yet, because I'm going to ask some questions. Folks, here's a couple questions I want to ask you. I would like for you to send me your opinion. I guess I should come clean now that I watched the Super Bowl. I apologize, folks. I understand. I hope you can forgive me because I did not watch one single NFL game this year. In boycott, I said to hell with them. I am not interested. You know, get the son of a bitch off the field. I know it's only 8:03, but that's what the president said. The president might get that son of a bitch off the field. All right. But yesterday I did watch the Super Bowl. I got to come clean on that. So my questions this morning: did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you protest? Did you watch it? What do you think? What did you think about the game? Don't you love it's always every year? This may be the greatest game, the greatest Super Bowl ever. It's the greatest Super Bowl ever because it's the most recent one. So anyhow, what did you think about the game? Now here's a question I have. All right, I'm hearing all the critique. All right, did you like the Justin Timberlake halftime show? Did you like it? All right, I want to know out there, did you like the Justin Timberlake halftime show? Now let's jump into, did you read the memo? Did you read the memo? What do you think about the memo? All right, we'll talk about that later in the show. And do you watch the Winter Olympics? It's coming up this week. Come on, folks. If you're out there and you have any United Nations spirit in you, if you are the globalist if you want diplomatic relations, if you want a diplomatic solution to the world's problem. If you want to solve things by having James Taylor come and sing, you've got a friend, you have to be cheering for the North/South Korean women's hockey team. Really? Okay. How much? That's what I want to say. There'll be so many events in the past years of the Winter Olympics. How much airtime, do you think has been spent in the past on South Korean women's hockey? Now, I like the hockey on the Winter Olympics. I like the women's hockey almost as much as the men's hockey. Pretty much. I like the hockey. All right, Winter Olympics. But in the past, do you remember rushing home because it was somewhere in the world? So hockey came on at 1:30 in the afternoon, right? So do you remember rushing home or getting up at 4 a.m. so you can watch hockey? Some of you don't do that, but some winter events, Olympic events, I actually do. There's one event that I will get up at 3 o'clock in the morning if it airs. If the championship is at 2 a.m. live, I will get up to watch it. I'll tell you what it is later. But anyhow, how many times in the past do you think that people rush home to see the South Korean women's hockey team in the finals for the medal? I don't know. Do the research, but just saying. Okay. Do you watch the Winter Olympics? If you do, what is your favorite event? Those are some of the questions I want to ask this morning. And obviously, yes, Chris Coons and John McCain are going to submit a DACA bill today. Look, I'll get into that in a minute, all right? Now, Dick Durbin goes up to, it's all fake, folks. It is Washington, D.C. theatrics. It's all a show. And your ass is living in it, okay? It's all a show. You look at the memo. You can take the information down now, okay? Thank you, Amanda. I want to say I appreciate Amanda. I appreciate anybody that will come in and put up with me. Anyhow, Sam, now I know we're tired. I know that. I know it's exhausting, all right? But we did enjoy watching those kids play basketball, did we not? It was tiring, but we did enjoy watching them play basketball, did we not?
Yes, Championship Saturday was very exciting, and those kids, you could tell, really wanted it.
You know what I like, Sam, is see, we keep the mic live there in case Sam wants to say something else. FYN, Team FYN Sports broadcast. For those of you out in Arizona and California, don't turn us off right now. This is a little bit of figuring out who we are here in North Georgia. But Team FYN Sports broadcasts a live production of the Gilmer Park and Rec Youth Basketball Tournament. We started at 8-year-old girls all the way up to the 12-year-old girls and boys, and Saturday was Championship Saturday. And we about 13 hours nonstop. But Sam, what the kid, he's 10 years old, A.J. Callahan, what do you have, 40 points?
A lot. I don't know exactly how many, but I know he had almost all the points on his team. Yeah, A.J. Callahan got 40 points, right? And it was really good. And we did interviews with all the kids did a bunch of interviews with the kids after the game. And Sam kept the production table going. Luther, Team FYN Sports, he kept the camera going. And Jason Banks, he kept the social media going, and Lonnie came in and called a couple games for me, and then I called several of the games. But we had a great time over the weekend. Moving on, don't leave yet, folks. I just want to say something out there. What some things mean to me, because it's times like this you can figure out who we are here at FetcherNews.com.
we have always said that the focus of this business is to be a part of the communities we serve. We cover 10 counties, and we want to be a part in any way we can of all the communities we serve. And I had a lady come up to me. Wasn't very hard to figure out that she was from New York City. And she said, my parents watched all of the basketball games in Queens, New York City and Queens. So here we are in little LJ, Georgia. Now there's a reason I'm going to tell you this. There's a reason I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you what I am right now, okay? So here we are in little LJ, Georgia. We're streaming these basketball games, and this lady comes up and says, hey, my family in New York City watched the basketball games. Thank you very much. Another lady said, my brother in Arizona watched the basketball games. Thank you very much. My mom in Tampa watched the basketball games. Thank you very much. Okay. My grandparents, the young lady's I forget the young lady's name. Her grandparents watched the basketball games in Ohio. Now, why did I tell you that this morning, opening up what a great time we had with the Gilmer Park and Rec youth basketball tournament this weekend? Why did I just tell you all that? If you are in Texas, if you are watching this morning from California, even, you know, you could be in New York, because we need you, okay? And we can have a reach, because for 70 years, folks, ABC, CBS, and NBC have lied to us. For 70 damn years, we had the nightly news at 6:30 at night, and we rushed home, and they shoved into a half hour the lies they wanted to tell us. We had network television lying to us. They have always been a part of the deep state. They have always been a part of the lie for years on top of years that we, you and I, the American people, have been told, okay? They help steer the direction to try to take this country down. I know you think that that is a reach. Folks, yes. You see, I get tired of the garbage. I get tired of the lies, okay? See, damn it, I was going to try not to say any bad words. And I hope the kids that were watching that talk about Park and Rec are not still there. I didn't say any bad words announcing Saturday, though. But listen, you know, you remember this thing when Reagan and Gorbachev, they got together and we said, okay, all right, already, here's what we're going to do is we're going to start some diplomatic relations, okay? Well, the first thing they did is started, I don't know how, if you remember this, but the first thing they did is start letting groups, you know, like students, cultural diplomatic relations, letting students, okay, go and visit Russia. So in 1986, I think it's 1986, my sister was part of a group, okay, of one of the first groups of students, high school kids, they were able to go to Russia on a trip, okay? There was a dozen of them. They went to Russia. My sister got this opportunity in 1986 to go to Russia on a trip, okay? Now, since the fall of the wall, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall, we have tried everything we could to have some sort of diplomatic relations with Russia. Now, did Russia try to manipulate our election in 2016? I will not come to you and argue that they did not. I will not come to you and tell you that, hey, I like the Ruskies, all right? I'm not going to tell you any of that. But folks, the Russians have done far less to destroy and take this country down in the last 70 years than the progressive Woodrow Wilson progressives, all the way up the chain for the last 70-some years, through ABC, NBC, CBS, through the Democrats, through the deep state, all the way leading to their crowning achievement of Barack Hussein Obama. The Russians do not hold the Democrats like to go by. The destruction of America has been done within. Okay? Within. Has Russia tried all these years to infiltrate this country? Did they try maybe to manipulate an election? Absolutely. Do we trust them? Hell no, we don't trust them. Okay? One of my favorite moments, okay? One of my favorite moments is when Ronald Reagan, which you know is my hero right here, Ronald Reagan, okay? When Ronald Reagan was at Reykjavik with Gorbachev, and he got up and left. He just got up and left. He said, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. You know, there's no negotiating with you. I'm out. I'm out. Oh my God, and the media, you know, they lost it. Oh my God, what did Reagan do? I mean, we're in a mess now, right? I don't trust the Russians. I trust nothing about the Russians. But folks, don't forget, when it comes to the memo that the left is trying to tell you is a nothing burger. When it comes to the memo, I wasn't even supposed to start on this yet. When it comes to the memo, here is how MSNBC opened the show this morning. MSNBC opened the show with clips of Geraldo. You remember Al Capone's vault? Now, some of you kids out there are too young to remember this, right? You remember we set up one night and we could not wait because we kept hearing that Al Capone's vault, and they were going to blow it open. And I mean the network that Geraldo was working for at that time, all right, they made a major campaign on TV, and they blew it up for, oh God, a month, a week, the week before, what's in Al Capone's vault, and we all tuned in that night. And Geraldo walked us down the hall of where the vault is, and he told us all the stories of Al Capone, and we got to the end of the show, and they blew the vault open. Al Capone's vault, blew it open. The dynamite went off. Geraldo took cover, and they walked in, and nothing was in the vault. That is the parallel that MSNBC and Morning Joe opened with at 6 a.m. this morning to the memo. Was Al Capone's vault. Now, Amanda, were you able to get Nunez's photo? Everything's up? Everything? Everything? Wow. Okay. Devin Nunes here. Put Devin Nunes up. Okay. Now, this is Devin Nunes, Congressman. We got about 5 more memos coming. So they released a memo, okay? Classified information. First, I would like for you to take note, America. If you have something, take note. Actually, I had a point a minute ago, and I'll get to it. So, Republicans release. Now, I want you to pay attention to something very close. This memo that is marked classified, okay? Now, there is nobody that says they did not understand what the C meant. The FBI, why would they work so hard for you not to see it? Why would Christopher Wray at the FBI, why would an FBI agent resign? Did you read the article where one FBI agent resigned because he's tired of people being mean to him? Anyhow, why would the Department of Justice, why would the FBI, why would they go to Capitol Hill and beg the president not to agree to releases? Why? because it exposed our methodology for collecting information to get a FISA warrant. And they did not want, this is their excuse, and this is not Devin Nunes, and he has the nerve, okay? Now they're painting this guy as a real wacko, a crazy loon, all right? Devin Nunes. But he has the nerve to push to give it out to the American people, all right? So they're saying all this lead up on the memo ended up being nothing. Nothing at all. If it is nothing, okay, and I'm going to talk about this a little more in the second half. If it is nothing, why did they spend an entire week begging the president? Why did they beg Congress, the Congressional Intelligence Committee? Why did they beg them not to release it? And all the leading up to releasing the memo, their reasoning is it would compromise their methodology. It would compromise how they go about and strategically get a FISA warrant, which we'll go into in a minute. And that their methods and how they do things should not be released. That's true. They did not want their methods. They did not want you to know how they go about getting a FISA court warrant to spy on a private American citizen. Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, wait a minute. You got Carter Page. Put up Carter Page. There's Carter Page. And Carter Page, if you would read a little background, and he was really close to the Kremlin, all right? And then you have this George Papadopoulos, all right? George Papadopoulos. So I'm going to say one thing before I come back and we start breaking this down. Folks, one thing I want you to take away before we go to into the second half hour of the show. Whether you agree that the memo I think the memo is everything it was made out to be, and I'm going to explain why, okay? And supposedly there's 5 more. And supposedly we're going to start digging into the State Department. Let's see, why would we want to do that? Was Hillary in the State Department? Right? So here's the takeaway. Whether the FBI likes, okay, whether the FBI likes the fact that the memo was released, whether the Department of Justice likes the fact that the memo was released, no matter who likes it, stop and think about one thing. The Republicans went through all the legal channels to release a document marked classified. Absorb that for a minute. They may not like the memo being released. They may have concerns the memo was released and now it exposes some of their methodology. But the takeaway first, and we're going to break down the memo in a minute, the takeaway first is the Republicans, one more time, went through the proper legal steps. The Republicans went through the proper legal steps, okay, to release a confidential document to the American people. You see, Huma Abedin didn't give a damn about the American people or any of the steps and channels or securing anything top secret when she forwarded those emails to the wiener, okay? She didn't care. Hillary Clinton didn't give a damn when she had a hammer busting up all of these devices so she could try to kill the flash drives in these phones, 8 or 9 of them, okay? Hillary didn't give a damn. Hillary didn't give a damn when she was using bleach bit to wipe a server clean that she had set up herself, that she handled State Department business. You see, the Democrats and the deep state didn't give a damn about how they put out classified information. But the Republicans followed all the legal steps necessary. You know what they say? What was that? My give a damn's busted? All right. Well, I don't care who gets offended. Because let me tell you something. I told you this before. We are in a battle to save this country. And I need your help. And the reason I opened up with the basketball, yeah, we have a small little studio in Ellijay, Georgia, right? But guess what? ABC, NBC, CBS, there's little studios like this that are going to tell the truth. And there's little studios like this that are going to dig and dig. And we don't have the financial depth of all these major media companies. We don't. And the people that are here on staff do an outstanding job. But it's you out there that can really help. And see, sometimes we don't catch on. And I put it like that in the nicest way. And that's why I opened up with the basketball. We can reach people in New York. We can reach people in Arizona. We can reach people in Texas. But I need your help. If you are good at research, you like to do research, you like to put timelines together, you know, if you're sitting out there and you have information, if you're sitting out there and you're retired top of the military, if you're retired CIA, if you want to help us look for the information and dig deeper and get it to the American people. Because, see, folks, I don't give a damn about Carter Page. I have a small problem. Well, wait a minute. I think I have a large problem. When it comes to our government, the FBI, taking an unverified document that is paid for by a presidential candidate, candidate for presidency of the United States, and funnels money to a foreign spy that is very clear in the memo, hates Donald Trump and will do anything to make sure he's not elected. And this foreign spy uses, then again, foreign connections into Russia to create a document on an American citizen that to the Trump campaign, now forget what Carter Page did in Russia, forget it, but the Trump campaign, okay, that was no more an American citizen, that was no more than a volunteer, foreign intelligence volunteer for the Trump campaign for a short period of time, just volunteer, okay, that they got a FISA warrant. And, you know, you remember the day Donald Trump said they tapped Trump Tower, he was wiretapped to Trump Tower? See, I got a little bit of problem with that, folks. And here they're going to trot out Brennan. They're going to trot out Brennan. But let me tell you who I did not see on the morning shows. And if any of these people, if this guy was on the morning shows anywhere, I want to know. Clapper. I didn't see Clapper anywhere on the morning shows. I think they need to reel him back in because God knows he will lie about gathering information on American citizens. I'm your host, BKP. We are far from over. Did you watch the Super Bowl? What did you think about the game? Did you like Justin Timberlake's halftime show if you did? Did you read the memo? What do you think about the memo? 706-889-9700. Okay? And when we come back, I want to look at a couple plays that really spun Belichick around, one in particular. And we'll give our props to the Eagles as soon as we return. And Pink, I got to give it to Pink. She had the flu. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Take us to break, Amanda.